All right, 7 minutes after 9. Gosh, tiny bit late. Sorry about that. Carol Ann Baldwin's in the studio. The show is called In the Garden with Carol Ann, and we love this hour. Carol Ann comes in each Tuesday to do this show so that you and I can have better, healthier gardens and perhaps eat healthier. Everything I'm looking at this one. Today's National Greasy Food Day and National Identify Your Indulgence Day. So
the greasy food and it looks works hand in hand.
So how are you doing?
Doing real good, Larry. How are you?
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. A lot of the indulgences people identified were actually not so bad. I mean, broccoli and cheese. That's
it's not bad. I mean, the cheese is probably what's...
Everybody says that, but it's going to be...
I mean, cheese can be good for you, but it's in, everything in moderation.
You know what I hope? I hope I die, like, really, really old. Uh-huh. Not because I want to live a long time, but because I want my headstone to say, I ate cheese all my life. Take that. That's what I want to say.
Well, that works too. Hey, I ate what I wanted.
I ate what I wanted.
Take that. Yeah, take that. Ha!
I had the milkshake with the sugar frosted flakes in it. Take that.
I ate dessert first. Which actually the other day I did. They had a great cake at work for a couple people who were, I think they were retiring. Or changing store, whatever. But it was a fantastic cake, and it was before lunch. And yes, give me a big. And I want the end piece that's got all the frosting that you.
I'm the same way.
I want all the frosting.
I always think that when people say they're going to start a garden, and I'm among this.
Yes, you always.
I'm going to start a garden so that I can eat healthier, and I think. Maybe that's a good topic. What are some wrong reasons to start a garden? I think that's a wrong reason to start a garden. I should start a garden.
It actually, it's if you weren't eating healthy already, it doesn't really work as easy. Because, I mean, you can go to the store and begin to eat healthy. To start your garden, a positive if you're already eating healthy, that you're adding more fresh vegetables and things like that into your diet. The reason to do it at home is that then it's readily available.
Yeah.
And that you know what you put on it. If you wish for it to be organic, it will be. And you don't have to pay a premium.
Right,
You're not having to pay a premium for those products.
Right.
And you can get they always call it windowsill gardens or doorstep gardens, those kind of things, is because it's right close to where you would be.
We do have a phone call.
Oh, fantastic.
Real quick, is my apple tree organic?
Not if you used commercial potting mix.
Really? I ruined it already.
Yeah, but no, it's not ruined. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
I think we bought Miracle Grow potting mix.
Which has synthetic fertilizers in it. It's not considered an organic.
I ruined it and a baby.
No, you did not ruin it.
It's like feeding a baby, M&Ms or something.
No, it's not. No, it's
All right, we do have a phone call. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning, Carol Ann.
Morning.
And Sonny calling.
Yeah.
My question basically is not that much gardening, but I do try to keep my lawns and the bushes I have looking decent.
Right.
But my big problem this year, and actually started in the spring really, is the ants. I can't believe ants here. You put the ant killer down and they're right back the next day.
Well, with fire ants, it's because there's multiple queens in those nests, and unless you can get those pesticides down into those queens, or even to who they can turn into a queen quickly enough, you're not able to get rid of them. And the best you're ever going to do is to have control. You will never conquer.
Yeah, well, I guess that's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, they really bothersome this year. And matter of fact, yesterday I was talking with a neighbor, and their problem, I think, is worse than mine.
And it could be. I mean, if you've been working towards some control on yours, yes, if your neighbor is not, obviously you will have eliminated more than what he has because he hasn't tried.
Yeah, well, that could be. But anyway, the point of the matter just seems like it's a bigger problem this year than I can remember back to.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And I'm just wondering if there's, if you know of any kind of cycle or something else you can do. I've even resorted to have like flagstone patio in the backyard, and they're coming up out of that and making these little, mounds and everything.
Right.
I wound up using the borax, and then it seems to help, but that doesn't do that much.
Yeah, especially because outside they get wet, and the borax then really isn't something they're going to, it starts to lose its effectiveness.
No, we haven't had rain in a while, at least where I am.
True.
But the other thing is, with these things, they've even poured Clorox down there, and boy, that'll empty a nest.
Yeah, but it doesn't really kill anybody. It doesn't do a whole lot, and actually it probably does more to hurt your yard than to eliminate the mounds. Now, if the mounds are in areas where it's they've destroyed grass or there is no grass, boiling water will kill a lot of them. But again, it's not going to kill everybody, because the time that boiling water gets 3 feet in the ground, it's no longer boiling water.
That's right. Yeah. It's just a real problem as far as the Clorox goes. I always thought about putting that where the flagstones are, where the ants are coming up through the cracks or separations.
That's not really going to do much of anything, though. All that's going to really do, it'll clean that off, and maybe even if you are cleaning those the pavers, and for anybody else as well, pavers or anything, and you're using a chlorine type product, it probably does help to reduce the quantity of ants in those areas, but it's not really killing off a substantial quantity of them. It's just, figure you're cleaning your paver area and consider it that more than pest control.
Right. Well, anyway, I just was wondering if you had any more knowledge about why they are so heavy or so populous this year than
in previous years. Most of the time, what I've seen it, and I think it is just a cycle going through that. The rain quantities, temperatures, things like that. That they like anything else. In a good year, they're going to breed. Or kind of thing, to replace population that maybe was eliminated in previous years, or even if, say, whole yard treatments for ants or insects were done in previous years and not done on this year, they're getting a chance to make a comeback. So it might be the possibility or a thought to do a yard treatment versus trying to treat simple mounds, do the whole yard, and then come back. Any mounds that may pop up, you may treat those a little bit separately, or even a lot of the whole yard treatments actually recommend that you treat the mound, go around, treat each of the mounds, then treat the whole yard, water that all in well, and then go from there. And usually have such a reduction that you don't have a big problem after.
Oh, I don't go too crazy for the middle of the lawn. We have these look like I think they're called cattle egrets, and they had a flock of them in the yard, and boy, they were really cleaning up the grass.
Oh yeah, well,
there's bugs in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, watch you may have had grubs in there that they were going after too.
Yeah. But the thing is, I like watching the birds while I'm doing that, so I try to take it easy with the
pesticides.
Grass, but these ants they're all over.
Right.
I got a little area in the back with like decorative mulch and all that, and boy, they just pop up one nest after another.
Sure.
Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for what you do, and thank you, WOCA.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thanks, Sonny.
Thank you.
Yeah, ants can be a big problem in the landscape and in the flower beds, like he says, the mulch areas, especially if you are someone who likes to get out there and pull the weeds and work with flowers and plants in those areas. And And my suggestion is just, you may have to just keep on top of it. Some of the granular bait type, and you know me, I hate to mention the brands unless I really have to. Most of us know the granular bait one that you just shake out a little bit. Those are great during this time of year because it's not raining. Baits don't want to be wet. They don't want that high humidity and all that, because otherwise they just don't last. So using the baits this time, and the baits you can even use on the outside of your vegetable garden kind of thing if you're concerned about putting anything in, especially because I don't think there's anything fire ant control that's listed for use in a vegetable garden. So whatever you're doing on that, you're doing on that outer perimeter.
Makes sense.
So on that. And then there's a few dusts that are out there. If you go to the cheap stuff, just think about it. And in pesticides, you really many times do get what you pay for. So if you're buying that $3.49 or $3.99 little 3-pound bag of fire ant control, read the package direction. You're going to use about a half a cup of that at least at a time on the mound and then watering it in. Most people don't follow those directions, and so they don't work. And even then, how well they work is not up there with some of the little more expensive ones. And I hate to say on those that, yes, sometimes price does make a difference. Any of the granulated kinds, generally, except for the baits, do need to be watered in. You have to take that insecticide off the carrying agent and get it down into the ground. So whichever ones you're doing, just read and follow the directions. You can get control. You will never conquer any of the insects. So you do have to learn to live with them, getting them out of your living area. Like Sonny says, he doesn't mind that cattle egrets are in the front there munching on stuff, so he's not going to put a bunch of stuff out there and that makes sense. In your flower beds, you might be a little more concerned because your hands are in there. Yeah. You're crawling around on your hands and knees there. Right. Or if it's the backyard where you entertain cookout, or maybe the children or the pets are out there. So, pick your battles. Yeah.
We are up against the break. We'll take a short one. We'll be right back. The number is 622-9622. If you'd like to speak to Carol Ann, I'll make this just 1 minute long, so we'll be right back.
The City of Ocala Department of Recreation and Parks are proud to present the 34th Annual Light Up Ocala on November 18th. The fun starts on the square in downtown Ocala from 4 to 9 p.m. There'll be food vendors, 4 stages of entertainment, Whoville, Theme Kids Zone, the Downtown Holiday Skating Rink, crafts, the Junior Sunshine Christmas Parade around the square, and at about 7:30 p.m., the official Downtown Lighting Ceremony. See you at Light Up Ocala.
Here is your 30-second news brief. Seminole County deputies arrested a man in Oviedo yesterday morning after the man was reported firing shots from his truck. A 31-year-old man was arrested in DeBarry after bomb-making materials were found at his home. And actor John Travolta made an appearance last night when Marion County Public Schools honored the employees and volunteers who manned the shelters and provided transportation and other services during Hurricane Irma. And that is your news brief from The Source.
All right, thank you. Phone line is open. The number is 622-9622. Just to second the motion, so to speak, of what Sonny said, yeah, we really do appreciate you coming in here, Carolyn.
My pleasure.
It's just such a great show, and you are so knowledgeable about these things. Do you know, I have one quick question. I know you got some prizes you want to talk about.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff.
I ever since I started this apple tree thing, so I got this little thing going, okay?
Right.
Like a little thing. I eat an apple, I will remove the seeds, and I try to get them to grow. Do you know none of them have grown?
None of the rest of them
What
have
is
grown?
it? What is, do they?
You got lucky.
Did I get a freaky one or something?
You got lucky, probably is what it is.
So how come they all don't grow?
It's just, most of the time what it is we pick an apple when it's ripe to eat.
Right.
We don't pick an apple when it's ready to grow, which would mean beginning to rot.
So those seeds need to stay in the apple.
In the apple. So what you might do to see if it would do anything would be, like the apple core.
Get an apple.
Where you take the core out and then just save that core with all those seeds and let that begin to...
And let it rot.
Let it decompose. And you might even just put it in a pot of dirt.
The whole apple?
The whole section. Just take that core and just put that under the soil surface and keep it moist a little bit, and that might actually do it. You know,
All right.
just because that would have the
I'll try
other
that.
part, and they would do it a lot more slowly, and it could also just be with
Because
that.
I think I'd like to have more than one. I'd like to
Do another. We have an apple tree farm here. That's
have a little orchard.
little apple orchard in Ocala.
All right, well, you have a phone call, but go ahead.
Okay.
I will put the person on hold and
Okay.
hang in there, whoever's calling, and we'll be right with you.
Right, we got a stack of gifts, gift certificate, tickets and things like that. We have our wonderful usual sponsor of Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery with a $20 gift certificate from them, and we also have tickets to this year's Silver Springs Radio Club's Ham Fest 2017. If you don't know what Ham Fest is, it is with the ham radio operators that during Maria in Puerto Rico,
Right.
they kept a lot of people in contact or
Yes.
made a lot of those contacts. Even back during Andrew, I mean, it's an old school craft in a way, you might say communication craft, but it works when nothing else does.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. Well, Ham Fest is going on. We have 2 tickets. This is December the 2nd. Doors open at 7:30. It will be over at the Livestock Pavilion. Plenty of tailgating parking available. There's all kinds of, I've never been there, but it sounds kind of like a little interesting kind of thing. If you're interested in ham radio, it looks like they're doing some of the testing that's required if you're to become a ham radio operator, or if you were ever interested. Maybe your family was affected down there
Right.
and you learned a little bit about it and you're interested now. Well, we have 2 tickets for that, which these are general admission, so I guess they're what's it say? She wrote down $20 for the value on these, on the 2 tickets for the Ham Fest, 1 Bob Wine's gift certificate, and 2 tickets to the Ocala Civic Theater's An Evening with Mark Twain. Man is the only animal who blushes, or needs to. A one-man show, which is on stage November 16th through the 19th. This one here, again, if you've already won tickets to this show, you can't win these tickets.
Okay, and we're doing that at the bottom of the hour?
We'll do that here at the bottom of the hour, and everybody, good luck. We'll just pick a random winner at the bottom
Okay,
of
we'll
the
do
hour.
that at the bottom of the hour. So thank you for describing
Yeah.
I know it's a kind of a big prize package
Yeah, it
today.
is quite. It looks like $90.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that Mark Twain show looks pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
and I know the Hamfest is interesting to a lot of people.
To a lot of people, and of course, if you win something, you're going to share it with somebody. It's,
Yeah.
kind of thing that.
Plus, if you go to the Hamfest, you might want a radio for Christmas.
There you go. Yep.
All right, ready? Let's take a phone call. Somebody's waiting
Fantastic.
patiently. Good morning. Thank you for calling and for waiting.
Yes, thank you. This is you calling with
Yeah.
some outdoor concerns again.
Okay.
And thank God for Caroline. You've been a godsend to your program, so I'm so thankful for you. But the problem now is about 8 years ago, I went to a nursery and I bought 3 beautiful little bushes, and I'm looking at the invoice, so I'm going to read it to you so I can describe what I bought. And it says it's called Bottle Brush Red Cluster.
Okay.
And then underneath it, written down, it says Cypress leylani.
Okay. Leylandi Cypress. Okay.
Okay, so you know what it is.
Yep.
Okay, one of they're fully mature now, I believe, and they're about 12 foot high or so. Beautiful. One of the bushes, the center one, in fact, has a couple of large limbs that have turned brown, and the needles are falling out.
Okay.
Now I went back to the nursery yesterday, and I drove in, and the fellow says I took a branch along with me, and the yard man came up, so I'll get somebody that can help you. And some woman came out of the office, and I wasn't too happy with the results there because I kind of thought, well, maybe I need to have a spray or something to control maybe an insect. She says, not really. And she says, all you can really do is just trim the dead stuff off and see what happens. It's kind of normal what happens to bushes, but I don't know. I didn't like that answer.
Sure. Now, which one has the dead branches? The bottle brush that makes the red flowers, or the Leylandi Cypress that just is a green evergreen?
Boy, that's hard to answer because I believe on my invoice here it says that they're all the same. It's the bottle brush.
The bottle brush. Yeah, your bottle brush is a large shrub that would probably mature out at about 12 feet. It has leaves, maybe like the narrow leaves, maybe the size of your finger in width, maybe a little more thin, about that long, and then it puts on a red bloom near the ends of the branches that look just like a bottle brush that you would wash a tall glass or a bottle with.
All I see on the bushes it's just green. I don't see no redness as far as color.
Okay, so it's never bloomed for you?
Not that I know of. It's always just stayed green, real nice, pretty green all year round.
Okay, sounds like maybe the Leyland cypress, where it's the leaf would be more flat, like a cypress, like an evergreen, like you might think of in the fir family or something like that, or like an arborvitae, it's a Leyland cypress, like an Italian cypress, that kind of thing. Those there, you might take a look and see whether or not you have spider mites or mites, and the way to find that out is in that area where there was where the brown branches were, is take a paper plate or a white sheet of paper and shake those branches over top of that and take a look and see if anybody's moving. Because what you're doing is you would, and you may need to try in a couple places and see if you see anybody walking. Don't breathe on it, but if you see anything, because they're tiny, that's why the white paper plate. And if there are, I would get an oil spray. Whether it's neem oil, year-round pesticidal oil, it's a horticultural oil is what you're looking for, and spray that tree, especially in the inside of it, from the bottom to the top, and the outside as well.
Okay, so because the inside in quite a large area is kind of brown and it's falling to the ground, it's around the bottom of the tree.
Right.
So, I should try. You said I should spray the whole tree.
Yeah, because the pest issue is not just going to be localized. If it's all on, if it's in that tree, and if you have other ones nearby, I would be treating those ones as well. Because Leyland cypress and a lot of your cypress, excuse me, this time of year can get mites. They do mites like lower humidity, less rain, things like that, and so they become a problem at that point. So I would, if you could send a picture to, or send it to the Facebook page, the In the Garden Facebook group page, then we can look at it even a little bit better. But I'm thinking if it's the Leyland cypress, it's either spider mites, or if it is going from the top down, then it's a root rot kind of thing, and there's nothing you can do.
It's on the bottom side,
okay.
and the lady actually suggested that, she says maybe if you have dogs, maybe the dog peed on it. But I don't know. I know that dogs like to pee on those bushes once in a while, but it's just to see at one spot, on the lower part.
Right. But I would check for the mites, and it won't hurt anything to spray, especially this time of year when it's a little cooler.
Okay, what is it called again? What kind of oil?
You're looking for just a horticultural oil. Wherever big box store or others that are going to have a garden department, you're looking in the garden center for a horticultural oil, neem oil, which is spelled NEEM.
Okay.
Or they call it year-round pesticidal oil, any of them like that. They'll mention spider mites or mites on the label.
Okay, well, thank you. I'll give it a shot and see what happens. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, thank you. We are up against the break, and Carolyn has the prize package to give away. And if you would like the prize package, looks like a pretty hefty one.
Pretty big one. It's the Bob Wines Camellia Gardens and Nursery, $20, 2 tickets to Live on Stage, an evening with Mark Twain, a one-man show, and 2 tickets to Hamfest 2017.
Nice package. If you would like it, it's going to be luck of the draw. So if you call 622-9622, we'll just kind of pick one call at random. Your number shows up on this computer monitor, and I'll just kind of point my mouse
on it and click
cursor?
on one. Yeah.
Point the cursor at random and clicky. If you get the clicky, then you get the prizey.
There you go.
That was crazy.
That works.
All right, we'll be right back. 622-9622. If you're out of the area, you need the area code. It's 352. 622-9622. By the way, we don't mail the prizes, so if you are out of the area, you kind of have to come and
Be able
pick
to have
them up.
somebody come pick them up.
Yeah, so that's just one caveat to that. So our local listeners are probably the ones we should be calling in. 622-9622. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Russ Moore with Pack Mill. Our relationship with WOCA started in 2009. WOCA is family-friendly, community-involved station. When we moved to our new location on 17th Street in October of 2016, of course, we went to WOCA so they could tell everybody our new location. The folks at WOCA really care about their clients and want them to be successful. For all of your shipping needs, call Pack Mill, and to tell the Ocala area about your business, call WOCA, because WOCA Radio gets results.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Will this be the year you finally get to enjoy Christmas at home? Let the Personal Service Center help you with your presents and goodies. They can gift wrap them, box them up, and ship them out, leaving you more time to enjoy the real meaning of the season. Personal Service Center, corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, 352-789-6683. Look for the yellow signs. Tired of looking at stained carpets, dirty tile, or grout? Call Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. Make your flooring look great again. Stains, pet odors, allergies. Call Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. From serving our country to serving our community. Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. Residential and commercial. Their work is guaranteed along with your satisfaction. Check their website, silverbackrestoration.com.
With a graduate degree in management and leadership from Webster University, there'll never be a better time for you to explore what's next in your career. Classes are scheduled so you can continue your normal workday routine, and the accelerated program means a new term starts about every 10 weeks. If you're looking to gain a broad general management and leadership perspective, then Webster University's Management and Leadership degree program is the right one for you. It's all a part of what's next at Webster University.
Go to webster.edu/manage, accredited by ACBSP.
All right. Sorry. Had to run real quickly. Okay, so Gary is the winner. Congratulations, Gary. That was fun. That's a pretty nice prize right there.
That is. That's a large prize there. It's and a lot of different things to do. You know, the theater is in November 16th to the 19th. The Ham Fest
That
is
sounds pretty
December
nice,
the
though.
2nd, and go shopping at Bob Wine.
Do you know I don't know much about Mark Twain? Do you?
When I was a child, and I'm talking a little kid, we went to Hannibal, Missouri, and went to Mark Twain's stuff and all.
Oh,
that.
you did?
Yeah.
So you kind of got
I was like 5, so my retention on it is
probably pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
I bet
it was
you
neat.
were you planting plants already? I bet.
No, not at that.
So
age.
Mark Twain precedes the
yeah,
gardener.
the
You
gardener,
are?
yes.
Oh
yeah.
my
It
gosh.
was just it was a family trip. I had my aunt and uncle lived in Missouri, so we lived in St. Louis. So back in the day, you might put the family on a bus and go on a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder why
that
you
was
wouldn't
when,
today. We're doing a train though.
I mean, well, trains are different because buses just take so long nowadays, and the price. I mean, if you're a single person or whatever looking for adventure, okay,
Looking
but
for
take
adventure.
yeah. But my mom traveled with 2 children under the age of 10, to and I think it was when Trailways was still
That sounds
around.
right. That sounds right. Yeah.
Way back. But I remember it being fun. That's all I remember was going, and that we went on the St. Louis Arch.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I don't
so
really
fun.
know anything about him. I mean, I know, I guess, some of the stories he wrote.
Sure,
But I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, that's.
I think he was. This is just me just
Yeah.
thinking, but I think he was pretty influential with whatever was going on politically in his
Yes,
day,
at that
right?
time too, as far as I know. Yeah. But
All right, do you want to do phones?
let's do phones.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. A long time ago, there was a black and white movie that was kind of a biography about Mark Twain, and it starred Frederick March.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can probably find that on Netflix or wherever, and it's a nice movie. Give you some details about Mark Twain's life.
Right.
I guess I have to. Some movies I don't trust with history, but if you're recommending,
it's Hollywood, so there, it's probably been sanitized some, but Frederick March is a good actor, so it's
And if it's an older movie, a lot of times those were not necessarily doctored or politicized or whatever, maybe not as much as they are today.
Yeah.
Adulterated, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah. All right, have a good morning, everybody.
All righty, you too.
Thank you.
You too. Just to put something in that, gardening wise, if you're looking around, I think I might have mentioned them last week. I don't know. I did a big public speaking thing on Thursday, so I may have been during that. Poinsettias are coming into the stores. Christmas cactus are coming into the stores. The Norfolk Island pines are coming into the stores. If you have want or need of any of these kind of plants for the holidays, be purchasing them now. They don't get better necessarily as it comes closer to Christmas. I mean, yes, there will be a few more deliveries to each of the stores on some of these items, but they don't get a whole lot of them. They're not there maybe I should call it a draw to get someone to come into the store and shop other products more than this is the item we're making any money off of. So it's not a whole lot of items that are brought in. They're short term, boom, 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 here you go, come get them while you can. So if you're looking for those kind of plants for your holiday gift giving, just your own decorating, you might be making your purchases soon, because as I always tell people, your homeowner, even if you're buying 30 that you're going to be giving away or using as decoration at your church or your other civic group that you're a member of, you can care for those 30 a lot better than we can care for, what did I get in one size yesterday when they came off that truck? I received 888. That's just one size.
Wow.
And then I had others as well. So you obviously can take care of 30, 10, 5, whatever, better than I can. Because they don't take a whole lot of care. So if you're looking for them for your event or things like that, get them ordered at your favorite. If you can order them through your favorite store, find one that will, that'll actually hold them, set them aside for you, and things. Do that, but pick them up as promptly as you can, because you can care for them better than the stores can.
You have a text message. Please tell Carol Ann, this is from Lydia Sanson.
Oh, okay.
In the Bible, in Jeremiah 29:5, it says, build houses and live in them, and plant gardens and eat their produce. Look at that.
There we go.
It's in the Bible.
It is.
Oh, now I better do it.
Now you got to do it.
I didn't build my house, though. But somebody else did.
Yeah, somebody built your house. Well, you're living in it.
Build your house. I shouldn't have.
Well, you've made it your home.
It is my home, and I have an amazing garden. In fact, I have bananas again. Did you know I have bananas?
Wow, fantastic.
I didn't know.
Are they tiny?
No.
Oh, they're nice size?
They're like the other ones were, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, I think they're cutting down that dangerous-looking tree. Well, I hope they are. I think I told you this, didn't I? There was a T and a question mark on it, on the tree.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, there's a T and a question mark.
To try to see if they can get rid of that.
I don't know what that means when they put a T in the question.
Well, they could have had somebody coming out looking at trees, and this is one. Maybe maybe they're on a survey and they have to make their notes on each one.
I hope the question mark has said, this one needs to come down.
This one we're thinking is one that has to come. You decide.
I mean, it's leaning over like a drunk person.
Oh my, that's not fun.
I mean, in the wrong direction.
Oh, not fun. Good luck with that. I hope they're taking it down for you.
I always say, because I sleep at that end of the trailer, I say, now I lay me down to sleep. Please keep that tree away from me. That's my prayer.
There you go. We'll have to help you get a garden going this spring. I have some of the fabric pots and stuff that would make nice little.
I don't have a whole lot of thing on my wish list.
No.
You know what I want in the garden? I want lettuce and tomatoes and onions because those go good on sandwiches.
There you go.
I don't want anything I have to cook.
Right.
So lettuce, tomatoes, onions. That's probably it.
We might be able to get something together here.
I mean, wouldn't that be pretty?
You're going away. What, next week or this weekend?
Sunday. We're leaving,
Yeah. So I have to. Am I taking the apple tree with me today to babysit?
Can I keep it here?
Yes, you can.
You told me it would be safe here.
It'll be safe.
So I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll just kind of ask everybody to
just peek at it and say hi. Don't everybody water it though. Just chill.
Well, you'll be the teacher. I had another person ask me if I wanted them to take them. I think it was Gareth. I think it was. Gareth.
Oh, maybe she offered to babysit. Yeah.
Did you ever see that tiger? By the way,
not in person, but
my gosh,
he's big.
You would fit in right. Are you part of that circle?
I know Sue. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It is such an amazing. Yeah. Everything was amazing about that day we went over there. It's just a beautiful place. That camel loved Doug.
I saw the picture.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Isn't that weird how animals take to a person for no real reason?
Especially when and many people probably with children or anything that have special needs. Those who are a lot of times developmentally disabled, they're the ones that it's just a magnet for animals seem to sense a certain specialness and go to them. I saw one video one time of the child sitting there and obviously a pretty serious Down syndrome child, and this dog that just wanted to be friends, and the dog persisted until finally he was able to get up and get snuggled in, and then the child was happy. And
Doug has Down syndrome. For those who don't, I know you know, but for those who don't know who we're talking about, yeah, and the camel was just loving on him, and I said I got to get a picture of this, but I was using my new phone. Now here's one of the problems about the 21st century.
Yeah,
cameras are better than phones. When it comes to taking pictures, because
phones are better than cameras.
No. Camera. When it comes to taking pictures, I took a picture of Doug, and there were like 6 or 7 great shots that I missed because this thing takes forever to get to the next.
Yours does. Mine will sit there and snap.
Really?
If I want multiple shots right in a row.
What?
I think you can actually just hold your finger on it.
See, maybe I did something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm so busy putting cartoon characters on people's faces.
That's your problem. That's what you've done.
I told Doug, don't tell the camel you used to smoke camels. Because he might not understand.
He might get mad, yeah.
And I didn't do any camel toe jokes, by the way. I didn't do any I don't think he would have gone straight over the head.
Yeah.
So.
And the camel wouldn't have understood it.
No, the camel would have.
That might have been upset, too. You never know.
I think if we take a break right now, we'll be back on schedule. Back on time. Okay. So let's take a little break. The phone lines are open. If you want to call, the number is 622-9622. We'll be right back.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a mariachi band in... Wait, are you digging up the yard again?
It's not what it looks like.
Oh, really? Because it looks like you're tearing up my yard right over the septic tank.
Okay, so maybe it's a little bit what it looks like. See, what happened was...
Wait, let me guess. The septic is backing up and you thought you were Fix-It Guy again and would take it upon yourself and dig up my yard?
That's Mr. Fix-It Guy.
Uh-huh. What did we say the new rule was?
No eBay when you're not home.
Well, yes, but not that one. If water runs through it...
I know, they do it. But this is septic.
Yes. Mike Scott Plumbing does septic.
I knew that.
866-314-4443.
I know. 866-314-4443. Got it.
And what's with the mariachi band?
You didn't say anything about Amazon. On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Come on, an elephant?
All right, thank you. I love those commercials. All right, 15 minutes now before 10 o'clock. Carol Ann is here. I think I have somebody waiting on hold. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for taking my call. This is Jerry in Ocala. Listen, I've got a few questions. Can I ask you and then hang up?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay, number one, your telephone number over the extension office.
Oh, okay.
And what are your hours over there? Number two, you know where I can get heirloom veggies?
Where you can get the seed or plants?
I'll take either one.
Okay. All right.
And number Number 2, how do I propagate bamboo? I got a 10-foot piece sprouting on 2 nodes. How can I propagate that? And, well, my banana trees produce here in Florida this climate.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So, all right. So we'll get these.
I appreciate it. There's a lot of us out here.
Sure. Okay. You're quite welcome. And we'll let him get his radio turned back up, because he was listening off the air, or going to listen off the air, off the air. The telephone number over to the extension office is 352 area code 671-8400, and the Master Gardener office, well, the extension office is open Monday through Friday from like 8 to 5. So even if you miss the Master Gardeners or something like that, or you need to talk to somebody other than the Master Gardeners, you can make a call over there. The Master Gardener office, I want to say it's open from 9. It used to be 9 to noon and then 1 to 4, but now I think it's just 10 to 4 Monday through Friday, except legal holidays that fall on Monday and such like that. And I know over the Christmas holidays and such that they do just close the office. Don't get enough calls to justify having volunteers in the office on those times. There are several branch clinics. Bellevue, or times, and do I have that page with me? I was thinking I didn't have it, and then I said, oh, wait a minute, yes, I do. It's the orange one in here. Here we go. Branch offices, okay, the main office, Master Gardeners, is 10 to 4, Monday through Friday. The downtown farmers market, I guess, is still going on. I haven't seen a change on that. That's the first Saturday of each month from 9 to 1. Dunellen Public Library, first Tuesday of each month from 10 to 1. At Bellevue Public Library is the first and third Fridays from 10 to 1. So you've got a couple places to catch it, to ask a question, bring in a sample. If it's a plant or disease or insect sample, please put it in a double Ziploc bag, just to keep from spreading stuff. Let me get one of the others. The heirloom, if you're going to buy seed, you can buy heirloom seed off the seed racks in the stores when the seed racks show up. So you may just have to be patient. A lot of different websites. Your heirloom veggies. I think Bonnie Farms does a few, which Bonnie's is about the only one who does the big box stores. If you find some of the smaller hardware stores and things like that, maybe independent kind of places, they may have someone who grows for them. So you might look around there, or some of the other, you might see about Crohn's Cradle Conserve up in Citra. I know they come out to the Master Gardeners Spring Festival and bring heirloom plants, and there's an organic heirloom as well. But you're saying I got a phone call, so we'll come back to the other 2 questions.
Yes, you do. Thank you. And thank you for calling, and thank you for waiting. You're on the air now with Carol Ann.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I have a question about Cubanelle peppers.
Okay.
Now, I bought some a while back that were from the Bonnies.
Okay.
But when they got bigger and they had the peppers on, they looked identical and taste identical to sweet banana pepper. I'm just wondering, because like if you go to Publix and you get the Cubanelle, they're kind of like flat and squishy and ugly looking.
They're a longer, pale green, little bit, I'd say about 2 inches wide, 4 or 5 inches long. But the Cubanelle, I mean, it's a frying pepper. But it's a pale green, and I'm trying to think if the banana pepper, I think, is a longer, narrower pepper. But a lot of times, too, unfortunately, with things like that nobody monitors it. If somebody picks up that little tag out of the pot, reads the thing, and they put it down in another pot, who knows?
That's what I was thinking maybe happened.
Yeah, and it may have. One year we got stuck with 9... cherry tomato plants when we thought we were getting a slicing tomato, because somebody did that. Yeah.
You can't tell when they're small. They look identical. So.
No, and the plants themselves are pretty much, I mean, if you're real good, you might be able to tell the difference, but I don't think so. Not on a pepper that's going to have that kind of size. That the bell pepper, the banana peppers, the cubanelle, and things like that are all going to have very, very similar leaves.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I needed to know.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, sorry you kind of stuck with the wrong pepper, but they all taste good.
Oh, yeah. No problem there, right. Yeah. Okay, thank you, and you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How come the pepper, like when you go to the restaurants and they have pepper that you have to grind yourself?
Oh, yeah.
How come that's
peppercorns.
little tiny...
Because that's a different plant.
But other peppers are whole fruits.
Yeah, it's a different plant. Whole different plant. The peppers we eat, the bell pepper that we stuff, the ones we slice, the jalapeno, are actually chilies.
They don't taste peppery.
No, they're not. They're not a pepper. They're not the peppercorn that you grind up, the black pepper that you put on your mashed potatoes and your and things like that's a whole nother plant.
And what is the ingredient in Dr. Pepper that gives it that name? Is there any
that gives it the doctor or the pepper is the caffeine.
Oh, the pepper is caffeine?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
the doctor who knows.
So it's a verb.
Right.
In that case.
Right. It's just like
it's
Pepsi it's a pick me up at the Pepsi.
It's a pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. It's not really pepper.
Right,
it's not a noun, it's a verb.
Right.
Well,
now, Coca-Cola, my understanding back with the original recipe, yes, it did.
Oh, have cocaine in it? Oh, is that what you said? I had to think.
Took a minute.
I thought you were saying it was a verb. You can Coke a cola. Oh, I get it.
It was a cola.
They coked a cola for sure, didn't they?
Different,
If it was really
my understanding, it might not be, but something to look up.
So what would happen if you drank that then? Would you go nutty?
No, it was a pick me up.
That's it?
I mean,
you didn't hallucinate. You were seeing
that's not a hallucinogenic.
Like Santa Claus
it's not
and all that stuff.
It's not a hallucinogenic.
Is it true that the Coca-Cola company invented the way Santa Claus looks today? Have you ever heard that?
I have heard it, but
what did he look like before?
Well, more of the saint.
Oh, really? So the guy behind you, that's a Coca-Cola creation?
In a way, yeah.
Wow.
A little bit on that. Let me get back to my caller that called before, and we can get on that at another time. Propagating the bamboo. If your bamboo's already beginning to sprout, I would cut them into sections and lay them. It should be able to lay flat in the ground and possibly come up. I mean, I know how you can do sugarcane. Otherwise, you need to get that segment that's got the rough area into the ground. A few of those segments buried in the ground in order for root to come out of those sides. So I would try, if you've got a couple pieces that are doing it, try one way and try one the other, and give it a shot that way. And because I've not personally propagated bamboo, bamboo can be a pain. It can be a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Do you know where I see a lot of bamboo? It's over by the hospitals. There's a lot over there.
And there was a lot over by the Cascades also.
Yeah, well,
we had it
the
outside
previous
the window.
owner used to let it go all the length it would go.
Right.
The newer owner keeps it really
Keeps it
short
cut,
for some reason.
Probably trying to keep it from getting out of hand. And he also wanted to know about his banana trees. And yes, as you mentioned, your banana trees are fruiting right now. That yes, bananas will fruit here in Central Florida.
And you got to ripen them.
And you do have to ripen them. You do have to pick them while they're still green. And that's how then ripen them off the tree.
Tell them the secret to ripen.
We put them in the paper bag with an apple.
With an apple.
With an apple. Ethylene gas from the apple.
I can tell you this works. I can be your show and tell guy. But you're the one who told me.
You have the testimonial there that the apple works.
I just tried the idea and it worked.
Right. But the bananas will work. Plant them in an area that's kind of protected from some of those north winds in the wintertime and so they should be fine. And that's good organic material in the soil, a bit of water to them, and they'll be good to go.
I love my banana plant.
So good successes on everything for you.
Is it a tree or a plant? What do we call it?
It's a plant actually because it's an herb. It's, I think, a little more related to an herb or a grass than anything because of the way it grows. Just like palm trees are actually a grass.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
You try to cut that down with a lawnmower. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck
with that. Let's see if we can squeeze in one phone call.
Sure.
Good morning. You're on there with Carol Ann.
Good morning. I'll make it quick. Another place you can put apples, if you put apples in your pineapple plant, that will make it produce a pineapple.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Sure, well, yeah. If you have a pineapple plant that's
thank you.
mature,
Bye-bye.
you're welcome. Yeah, if you have a pineapple plant that you've had a few years, it's got some good size to it, and you're going, it hasn't pineappled, it hasn't, I'm doing something weird, doing something wrong. You take an apple or half an apple, put it in there, and then if you can tent that over somehow. You don't want to really use plastic. Use paper. Use your frost blanket or something like that, just to help to hold that ethylene gas close into that area, and that will help it to finish coming to a maturity to begin to fruit for you.
In my garden, by the way. Let's see. I also like pickles. So lettuce, tomatoes,
cucumbers.
onions, and pickles. So I grow cucumbers.
Right.
And then how long does it take to make them into a pickle?
Actually, you can get some that you can do the mix that you just buy over the counter. You get your jars, do them up, and put them in the fridge. They call them refrigerator pickles, and you're eating them in just a couple weeks after you've made the pickle. After the plant grew, made cucumbers, you sliced and processed them and put them in a jar and done them. That usually it takes a couple weeks for the flavor to get into.
So you were asking when I was leaving because you want to know when we can start the garden?
Yeah. And we
can start it that early?
We could use some
December or
onions. We
something?
could use some onions and lettuces now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, onions grow now. Just last week I put my
And the
onions.
squirrels won't come and eat them?
Yeah, they shouldn't. I don't think they like onions. Yeah. But if we do a tall enough pot, they may even let them be. Yeah, we'll have to get you going on that.
I don't know what I did with your song.
You lost my song.
Oh my!
He keeps
gosh.
losing my song. They got technical difficulties over here,
We're
and
working.
user error, I think, on some of
Oh,
it too.
yeah, probably.
But beautiful day out. Get out, do your gardening. No fertilizer on the lawn or the shrubs or anything. Let nature do its thing. Your cool season annuals are out there, so if you need to put some color in some bowls or in the ground in your beds, go ahead and find what you're looking for on those. The pansies, tons of pansies out there, some petunias, snapdragons, dianthus, they'll keep on going for you. If you have mums in your garden that you bought last month or so, and the flowers are kind of going to the wayside, just snip those off. Just snip those flowers and maybe another inch below, and you'll see that there's buds coming up underneath there. Keep them watered, and things like those you might be able to give a little dash of a liquid fertilizer if they're in a container on occasion, just to keep them going, and you will have a great fall gardening season. And you didn't find my song.
I know. I'm looking. I'm sorry. I just don't have it. It just disappeared somewhere. I don't know where it could have gone.
You just
do you want us to sing it?
So just
do you want to
pretend that
can you
you're
do
hearing
it? Can you sing it? Like, and I'll
no,
just,
I can't. No.
In a garden of Carol Ann.
No, I can't.
When you go and you make your plans. What does he say? I don't even know. She's got all the answers for you.
Oh, we just say everybody have a great gardening day.
Oh, we'll have to use this one, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck happened to it. There we go. Hey, that's
This is
pretty.
the lame version.
This is not lame. This is pretty. All right. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you, Larry. Have
We'll
a great
be
day.
right back.
The City of Ocala Department of Recreation and Parks are proud to present the 34th Annual Light Up Ocala on November 18th. The fun starts on the square in downtown Ocala from 4 to 9 p.m. There'll be food vendors, 4 stages of entertainment, Whoville, Theme Kids Zone, the Downtown Holiday Skating Rink, crafts, the Junior Sunshine Christmas Parade around the square, and at about 7:30 p.m., the official Downtown Lighting Ceremony. See you at Light Up Ocala.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Announcing the album release concert of the year at Christ Church of Marion County, Gemma Adams performing her new album and smash hit, Path of Least Resistance, number 12, top 100 nationwide. Also, legendary singer Chuck Day. Gemma has one of the best voices of our time. Don't miss this stellar concert at Christ Church of Marion, Saturday, the 18th of November at 6:30 p.m. Hear her new album at GemmaAdams.org.
Every angel has a past.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. And with summer here, it's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Will this be the year you finally get to enjoy Christmas at home? Let the Personal Service Center help you with your presents and goodies. They can gift wrap them, box them up, and ship them out, leaving you more time to enjoy the real meaning of the season. Personal Service Center, corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, 352-789-6683. Look for the yellow signs.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Gibbs is here from Sunrise Automotive, the place I go to get my car fixed, and also Crossroad Auto Sales, which is in the same place, which is where I go to buy a car, which I don't like doing a whole lot of, but maybe you do. Although it is good to have a car. Good morning, Matt. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Larry?
Good. Maybe I would like to be one of those guys. Maybe I should do that.
Buy a car every year.
Yeah, be one of those guys that just says, okay, it's been a year. Just keep doing it.
Come on, brother.
And then it'll always be a year old. Or a year older. A year older. Yeah. So what's the newest car you have right now? Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Larry.
How you doing?
What's the newest car that I have?
Yeah, right now. What's the newest car you have?
Like, the newest as far as, like, I just bought a new car, or we're getting a new car ready?
No, the newest, like in year.
Well, I got a 2009 Nissan Altima. With this really nice car.
Nissan's got a good reputation, doesn't it?
They do. And
do you like them?
I do. A lot of people like them. The Rogues and the Muranos and the Altimas.
I don't know that family.
It's a Nissan type of family. We just got in a 2007 Ford Expedition. 2007.
That's a big one, isn't it? Expedition.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. And the 2007 Lincoln MKZ with 55,000 miles.
Do you know what I saw a guy pulling the other day? He had a regular car, a small car, with a trailer. And I was thinking about what you've told me about hooking trailers up to small vehicles. That's not a good idea. And what was on the trailer was a huge stump of a tree. I mean, it was huge. I mean, I could probably lay across it.
Oh, wow.
That's how big it was.
That has to be a huge stump.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to make it
tall dude.
Make it into a table or what they were going to do.
They're probably going to do something like that.
That's pretty good. But I'm guessing that thing must have weighed a lot.
It probably did.
Isn't that fan distracting? Does it feel good?
No, it's not distracting at all.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
It sounds like wind. Doesn't it? Oh, by the way, you know what I did with my... we have some car questions for you. But I put my little thing on to play sounds of my phone, to play sounds of an owl.
Oh.
And I put it in my bedroom window. And owls were outside my window. They were going, whoo, whoo. Door is open, can hear background. No, Dan, I know that. Robin, can you close the door? We can hear the background. Thank you, Dan. All right. It's the fan in the room. I knew the fan was going to make noise.
Want me to turn it off?
Yeah, maybe the fan should be off. Thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit loud. Yeah, now it sounds better, right?
It's much more quieter.
Do you know what it sounded like? It sounded like when you would play a cassette and you could hear that in the background. Yeah. That's what it sounded like. I didn't want people to think we were playing an old cassette for your show.
But I don't even know if I don't even know if I have a cassette anymore.
So I went to my son and I had him give me lessons on how to use my phone to call Uber when I'm in New York.
Okay.
So now I know how to do that, I think. Yeah. I might need to call you.
That's right. You're going to be going to New York when?
Well, 2 weeks from today, you won't be sitting here with me. You'll be sitting here with Dan.
Oh, okay.
So the Sunday before that. So a week from Sunday, I guess. The day after Light Up Ocala.
The day after Light Up
But I don't have to drive at all. Everything's train or plane.
Or Uber.
Or Uber, but not me behind the wheel on an Uber. Did you know in New York they have an Uber copter, by the way? You can go to Uber and say, I need a chopper, whatever you call it. And I don't know, they just find you, I guess, and they land and come pick you up. I guess you got to be at a helicopter port or something.
Wow, that's pretty cool right there.
That is, yeah.
I wonder how much that costs.
Oh, it's got to be a fortune. They have, in like New York, they have, like around here, they have Uber X and Uber XL for the extra large people. And then in New York, they have so many more choices, like Uber limousine. You can have a limo come pick you up. Of course, you got to pay for it, but... Have you ever thought about doing that? Like being a limo driver?
I was a limo driver.
Were you?
Yeah.
For what?
A day.
For who?
My daughter.
That makes sense.
Actually, I did it.
Was it a prom?
Prom and homecoming and stuff like that. I have a friend that owns a limo. I mean, I did the whole deal, man. I put on the hat. I put on the suit. Took him to...
Did you have a weapon with you?
I always have my weapon with me at all times.
Oh, that's right, you do, yeah. You went to Disney World with your weapon.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good thing to do. I didn't mean to. That was actually an accident. When you have it with you all the time, you just don't think about it. So yeah, I was there and I told my wife, I said, I can't go through that metal detector right there. And it was kind of awkward because we took a bus over from the hotel kind of thing, and so I just went and told them that I had a weapon with me, and next thing I know, I got bombarded by Mickey and all his buddies.
Now, don't you be taking that gun in here anymore. No more guns, no more guns.
I did find out it was a code 0 instead of a code 20. I mean, apparently a code 20 is not a good thing. A code 0 is I told them that I had a weapon. They didn't find the weapon.
Oh my gosh, that must have been scary.
No, it really wasn't scary. It was kind of...
Can I ask you something about thieves, though?
Uh-huh.
Some cars are more targets than other cars, right?
Right.
My car's not a target at all, is it? Nobody's going to target my car.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I've seen people steal.
Because of the tires?
Well, because they needed to get the point. They don't have the Uber app.
Oh, they just needed to get from point A to point B. All right. So now here's a question I have for you. Oh gosh, Robin was telling me about somebody. Was it her mother who had dry rotted tires?
Okay.
Brought a brand new car, dry rotted tires. I think you got ripped off. You don't agree with me, do you? With that car that I had for a month? Remember you sold me a car, and I had it for a month, and then the tires were dry rotted on it. And you had sold it to somebody else who brought it back and said, I'm sorry, I can't have it, I'm dying. I think that guy traded your good tires for his dry rotted tires in the time he had the car. Do you agree with me?
That could be.
Yeah, I think he ripped you off.
We just move on, brother. Put it behind you.
I know.
Go on.
I know, but I think it happened to Robin's mom too. I think
it happens quite often. I mean,
well, people take a car for like a test drive, and while they're gone, they change tires.
No, I don't think they do that kind of stuff. I did have a dealer friend of mine. Someone came and took a test drive for a car, and they went to Ray the locksmith, or they went to a locksmith. I shouldn't say Ray. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, the customer walked in and said, "Can I have a key made?" And then later that night, just helped himself to the car.
They did?
Yeah.
They did that to you?
No, they did it to another guy that owned the dealership. So
now, is there precautions against that?
Well, I mean, a lot of the keys, I mean, if they're gonna, like, if someone wants to test drive a car and go get a key made, a lot of those keys today are, they're a couple $100 because they're chipped and programmed, and so but still, I mean, you can get a nice car for $200. You know what I'm saying? It might be worth your while. You know what I'm saying? But I don't advise people stealing cars from us.
No, because you got a weapon.
No, because I'll find that car.
Oh, good. Do you still have a thing on my car so you can find my car?
Yes.
Good. So I like that. Like on this new phone I got, everything's like Google says to me, do you want us to follow you everywhere you go? I said, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, because if somebody steals the phone, at least I'll know where it is.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I mean, where am I going to go that they care about? I'm not going to go to Putin's house or anything like that. Make deals. Have you ever driven in a country where you have to drive on the left side of the road?
Yes.
Is that weird?
Yes. Matter of fact, it was. It took my brain a little bit to.
Did it almost cause a problem?
I could have. I could have. No, I think.
Where were you?
Okay.
England?
We were in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of the islands are British Virgin Islands, and so therefore you.
How did that happen? How did it happen that the world couldn't agree on that? Just one. If there's a way to disagree, there's a way for us.
I don't know, but I guarantee you in about 10 seconds we'll probably get a phone call and someone's going to tell us exactly why over in Europe they drive on the left side of the road. Because I don't really know.
So here's a question I have. There's a tunnel that goes underneath the English Channel, right?
Okay.
Okay. In France, they drive on the right side of the road. In England, they drive on the left side of the road. How do they get from England to France and shift over?
There's this big sign that says everybody merge. So there's this huge highway, and everybody goes like this. I'm sorry you're on the radio, so you can see my.
Well, you got a video going right
now. My lane change.
Oh my gosh! Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, the channel under the English tunnel is not for cars, it's for trains.
You can't drive under that? There's no cars in the English?
There's no cars in that tunnel. It's just passenger trains.
I never knew that. All right, thank you.
Well, there's part of why now we need someone to call and tell us why that they drive on the wrong side of the road over there.
Well, what was first, us or them? Who had the car first? Didn't we? Wasn't Henry Ford an American? Or did it start with the horse and carriage thing? What side of the road did we drive on with the horse and carriage?
In the middle of the road.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning. The channel story is incomplete.
Oh, okay.
You drive up to the channel in France, or you drive up to the channel in England.
Yeah.
You load your car onto a rail car, and it goes on the rail tracks through the tunnel.
Oh, okay. So your car is on the train.
With you.
And you sit in the car while it's traveling?
I don't know about that. I'll be the next caller to tell you that.
Okay.
Caller number 3.
Thank you. Yeah, we still don't know. So, I mean, all right, horse and buggy days. Where did they drive? On the right or the left?
I don't know. I was sleeping when...
Do you think the world is more polluted because of cars, or would we be more polluted if we were still doing horse and carriage? Would that actually be worse than what we have now?
I would think it wouldn't be as polluted if we were still horse and carriage. But what about industry? You know how and I understand that cars do put out a lot of emissions, but what about industry and factories and stuff like that? So. And the way that the cars are becoming so much more environmentally safe, not just on the alternative fuel side or the hybrid side, but just in our cars that we drive, like your car, it's so much cleaner than cars, up until 1980 and a half.
Want to take a break?
I think we need to.
We need to take a break. All right, the phone lines are open if you want to ask a question. Matt's here to answer your question. We'll be right back.
Join us at the 36th Annual Downtown Festival and Art Show, November 11th and 12th in beautiful downtown Gainesville for a weekend full of art, music, and culture. Explore a stunning collection of artwork by 240 artists and marvel at world-class paintings, vivid photography, unique sculpture, dazzling jewelry, and so much more. Enjoy continuous entertainment on 4 stages all weekend, including a downtown blues concert on Friday night. And bring the kids for free art activities at the Children's Imagination Station. For more information, call 352-334-ARTS or visit GainesvilleDowntownArtFest.org.
So here we are. It's kind of hard to keep going with that conversation. How's everything over at Sunrise Automotive?
Everything is just crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's Joey doing?
Joey's doing awesome.
Joey back in Illinois?
He's in Illinois. He's coming home on November 16th.
Oh my gosh. Is that you?
That was me.
Okay, you got a ring. Maybe you got something. Maybe you got a question. Maybe you have an answer to a question about where we drive cars. Do you? Do you have an answer?
No.
Oh, you don't know what it is? Okay.
No.
Phone number is 622-9622. All right, let's talk cars. Do you still use a strobe light for anything?
No.
No, strobe lights are not a part of your job anymore.
Not a part of, no.
No, how come?
Well, I the only thing I ever used a strobe light for was to find vibrations.
Was the timing belt or something?
Yeah. There you go. A timing light. We don't use them anymore.
Is a timing light and a strobe light two different things?
No, that would be a
same thing.
It is a strobe light, but it fires. It turns on
based on
when that cylinder.
And that's not necessary anymore, huh?
No, it's really not.
Huh.
Because we don't have distributors anymore. So we do every once in a while. I'll use it for doing a couple tests, and I'll actually use it to check coils and spark plug wires and stuff, but not in what it was designed to be used for.
So somebody from my era comes in and says, I need a tune-up.
Okay.
What do you say to them?
Well, number one, I ask questions. Why do you need a tune-up?
It's just running rough, let's say.
Okay, so then if you just say it's running rough, that leads me down a path.
Okay.
And because most of the cars today, when you say tune-up, okay, so I'm going to ask you this question. When you say tune-up, what is the first thing that pops into your head?
Okay. Well, when I was a kid, I bought these tune-up kits.
Okay.
And I really didn't know what I was doing, but I would always be under the guidance of somebody who did, like my father or my brothers, somebody. And just putting these pieces in and...
But what is the main piece to you for a tune-up?
The spark plugs.
Okay. So that's 90% of the people we talk to. They come in, they want a tune-up. So they're thinking spark plugs.
Right, okay.
And back in the day, you had points and condensers.
That stuff, yeah.
Rotors, caps, wires, that kind of stuff. So, but here's the deal. The newer cars today, the spark plugs last for 100,000 miles. Okay? I did a tune-up, what you would consider a tune-up, on a car that had over 200,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And had the original spark plugs.
Wow.
So, if you come to me and say, I want a tune-up, my instant response is why? Well, it's running rough. Okay, now, let's find out why it's running rough.
Okay.
It could be a vacuum. It could have a broken vacuum line. Could be why it's running rough. So if someone comes in and says, I want a tune-up, I start asking the questions and hearing the answers. And a lot of times what we find out, it has nothing to do with a tune-up. I don't, for me personally, owning this shop, there is no such thing as a tune-up anymore. There is no such thing as the tune-up that you grew up understanding what it meant to tune up your engine.
Right.
That doesn't exist
But if I came in with the 1970 Nova, wouldn't you still need to do a tune-up?
No.
Oh, really?
Why do you need a tune-up?